have the Parsis in India who have been living in India for hundreds of years. It's a very small minority. Have you ever heard them say that they have been made to feel, lesser of citizens, or complaining of the intolerance of the majority? Ever, even once? There are Jews who have been living in India for centuries. Have they complained of intolerance even once? So how is it that a population which is like 11 to 12% of the country, how is it that is the only sectional population that is complaining of intolerance all the time? It doesn't even make sense, number-wise. I want to take up one issue which I heard in the previous panel. I heard a lot about how millennials don't have place for religion in their life, or their problems, they are focused on solving problems about poverty or whatever. I agree. There is a section of millennials who have, by God's grace, have got all the resources and they are totally focused about solving problems and all that. But does that make Paresh Mehta, who was 18 and who was killed for being a Hindu in Karnataka, in Mangalore, does it make him any less of a millennial? Are his problems any lesser? Or do his problems not count at all? 18-year-old lady, a Muslim lady, a 18-year-old girl who's been married at 16 and who's been divorced by her husband on a phone, talak, talak, talak. Is she not a millennial? Are her problems not real enough? So when you're talking about millennials, which millennials are we talking about? The RSS Swayamsevak, whose house there was a guy whose father was killed 20 years ago and who was killed recently, last year. He was killed in a very brutal way. Is he not a millennial? He was looking after his widowed mother. He was looking after his pregnant sister. He was killed in front of them. Does he not have any rights? What are his problems? His problems are not about solving technology or getting internet. His problem is just to save his own life and to make sure that his mother and his sister stay alive. But who are we to judge that this is not a millennial? That is one point I wanted to raise. And I mean, this whole intolerance debate is so fake and so manufactured. Yes. And I find it really sad that increasingly there are young people falling for it. There's a 15-year-old boy who won a medal for India. Search his name and search Gurmehar Kaur's name and see how many articles are there about this boy who is a real achiever at the age of 15. And Gurmehar Kaur, whose only claim to fame is selling her father's reputation. See the dichotomy and understand the narrative.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.